If you remember in the previous vlog, we were packing up. We had slept down there. It was raining and nasty and whatnot. We were going for our 0 day, but I just wanted to give you a shot of this magical space that I wish we could actually spend another night, a 0 here, but the world calls and the mountains call, so we got to get going. But whoever's sleeping here tonight is going to have a fabulous stay. Look at this. So everywhere we go in the world, we get an ornament to represent each country, and Largo picked this one out for our AT hike. I have a feeling we're gonna have more than one ornament from the AT hike, but this one's really unique and cool, and it says Fontana Dam on it. It's kind of heavy, but I weighed my pack this morning, guys. It's 27 pounds. It went from 30 down to 27, so I'm dropping, I'm shedding, so look how cute. So they started construction in 1942 here, and it was done by 1944. The lake length is 29 miles, guys. So it's pretty big, it's massive. It's beautiful viewing it from above. Like, it's amazing to imagine that someone built this, or many someones built this. It's still here today. It's still providing resources and everything. I marvel at the engineering of all this. Look at this.
Time goes by, yeah, you and I are running out. Time goes by, I change my mind about you and I. So would you stay for a minute so I can be brave? Let me catch my breath. Now I can feel.
Welcome to day 23. We're rested, clean, resupplied, and ready to hit the road. So we're on Fontana Dam right now, guys. Really cool. We'll shoot some footage of it with our 360 so you can see it in a minute. Our plan is to go 12 miles today. To be honest, I don't know if we're gonna get all 12 in, because even though we've been doing 15 and 16 mile days for the last week, we go from an elevation of 1,500 to about 4,500 if we go all 12 miles. And that's quite a bit, but I heard there's a lot of switchbacks, so maybe we can do it. We're getting a bit of a late start because Largo had some things this morning to take care of, and
I'm optimistic, to be honest. I feel like we can hit 20.
oh my gosh.
No, yeah, but other than that, I got school done, you got work done, and we're gonna start to head out. But
you did your Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Largo has a small business where he runs Dungeons and Dragons clubs for younger kids, and he just started a new 10-week session. There's a link in the description if you have kids that might want to join the next 10-week session. So that's another reason that we get off the trail. So he had 3 clubs, 2 yesterday and 1 this morning, and
Yes.
He loves it. You've been playing for how long?
yes, have 8-9 years now, I think.
Any Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know, fans or diehards or anything here? Give us a pop in the comments about, if you're still playing and it's been 40 years and you still play with the people you played with from high school and yada, yada, yada.
That kind of game, but yeah. So, we are on Fontana Dam right now, and we are gonna get going.
Hi!
Hey, you can go.
Thank you! Oh my gosh, people are so good, there's a lot of fear in the world, and people are so good out in the world, guys. Just so incredibly good. We've had so many people be kind to us and stop and cheer us on and give us advice, and it's just really, really amazing.
Yeah, let's get going.
All right.
I can't get that far, but
Largo's trying to hit all the metal parts. Oh, big one. Fun on the dam. So what you will learn about me is that I love to talk to people, and I love to find out why they do the things they do. And so we're coming over here. I'm gonna be a little winded because I'm going uphill, but I gotta tell you what's fresh in my mind. So we're starting into the Smokies, and there's been a lot of cars going by, like kind of Volkswagen set low to the ground with their mufflers kind of go boom, 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 boom. I'm sure there's a name for that, but I don't know what it is. And they've been going by our hotel all day. And I wondered what it was, and I saw three of them, two of the Volkswagens, sitting here at a picnic table before we started into the Smokies. And so I went over and asked them, are you with the cars? And asked them about it. And so this is super interesting. It is a once a year event with Volkswagens called Wookies in the Woods, Wookies, because the sound the vehicle makes is kind of like Wookie, the muffler makes. And they raise money. Anyone who comes from all around the US, they come here to ride this, like, what's that loop called, Largo?
Huh?
Remember what the loop is called?
Dragon.
From here to Tennessee, it's like
Dragon something loop.
So something 300 and something hairpin turns. And it's all for charity. So last year they raised, I think they said $50,000 for Fontana, the city, the fire department. I think some of the money goes for cancer research. And this is a family, a father and son and mom. I think the father and the mom ride in one Volkswagen and the son rides in the other one. And the Volkswagen in the middle is actually one of the original Volkswagens when they started this event many years ago. And they drove down from Pennsylvania, not too far from the trail. I think they said like 15 minutes from the trail to do this. And they've been doing it. Look, do you remember how many years they've been doing it?
About 12 years.
I don't think they've been doing it 12 years. I think
No.
the event's been. Yeah, the event's been 12 years, and I think they've been doing it for a couple of years. So they shared all the knowledge, and they were sitting and having a nice little picnic. So if you guys are watching, thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge with us. And if you want to drop a link or any comments in the comment section about your experience with the event so other people can get information about it, go for it. Yeah, I'm always up for sharing different things that promote fundraising for people and organizations out in the world. So there you go. Talk to people. Okay, Mollie's Ridge, we're coming for you today. I know we can do this. So up here is where the hiker box is supposed to be. And I think I see it. So stay 50 yards from the bears. Oh no, I was planning on going super close. Lock your car, treat your water, permit required. Check, check, check. AT Thru-Hikers deposit here. Yay! This is where we do it, Largo. You ready to do the honors?
Yep.
What does that say? Deposit bottom half only, keep top half with you. All right, Ridge Runner. So lots of uphill today, and before we get to another uphill and the day gets away from us, I just want to, sorry, I have some homeopathic arnica tablets under my tongue, so it's making me speak a little funny. Just bear with me. So the last 2 nights we slept at Hike Inn. Nancy's the owner, she's been the owner for 30 years. Her and I had many wonderful, fabulous chats. She is a darling and a sweetheart and takes such good care of the hikers. I'm not a person who really needs or expects people to take care of me, but when they do, I'm so incredibly grateful, especially on this hike, because when we get off, not only do we need off the trail, not only do we need to resupply, shower, sleep, do laundry, assess our gear, but we also need to work and do school, both of us. So any little bit that someone is going to make our life easier, I'm so grateful for. So we arrived. Nancy let us get in pretty early. She brought us a platter of clementines and bananas, which was really fabulous. She does your laundry for you. You fill up the laundry basket and she washes it for you. She's been doing this for 30 years. And I asked her why. 30 years is a long time. She said she swapped her corporate life and pantyhose and heels and all the done-upness for the hiker culture. And she's loved it and been involved in it ever since. I think she has 3 units there. If you want to stay there, definitely book ahead. It's a little outside of town, but she arranges with everyone once everyone's arrived to take you into town. She drops you off at a restaurant. She picks you up about an hour later and then takes you to the grocery store which is really fabulous. And I ate at Lynn's, and I had some really good potato salad, and I had a burger, and then I got some stuff to go for Largo because his small business, as I've mentioned several times, is Dungeons and Dragons clubs. He was in the middle of one and couldn't come with me. So big shout out to Nancy at the Hike-In. Thank you for taking good care of us. And I gotta stop now before I pass out. So every time I walk by these rocks, I believe they're quartz. They look very similar to rocks my parents had in their house. So I think I've mentioned before, I grew up in rural Maine, and my parents built their house themselves, and they had a piece of land even further rural Maine where they lugged these quartz rocks off their property and built the most gorgeous, oh, I almost tripped again, fireplace. And so every time I go by these, it just reminds me of my childhood. I loved that fireplace and sitting in front of it after a really cold day. The house burned down in 2000, which was very, very sad. They rebuilt in the same spot, but that quartz fireplace was no longer. They're beyond the age of climbing the top of the mountain and hauling the rocks down. But quartz do have a kind of a special place in my heart. I don't know if that's called something different or it's a different type of rock in the southern part of the US, but it sure looks like a quartz.
One of the best things about actually resupplying again is that now we have a whole host of food that will probably go bad in the next few days, including Mom's favorite, cheese.
More cheese, pepperoni.
And so it's very much like a nice little delicacy before we get back to normal trail food.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, like Largo and I sit down and have the most pleasant lunch together after resupplying. Like I just feel like, I mean, anytime anyone gives me cheese, I'm spoiled. He loves pepperoni.
Feels very nice.
I know, it feels really nice. I love it. And we do different series of vlogs for different adventures. Usually something will come to us. It seems to be the saying of the vlog, and we don't kind of pre-plan it. We just let it come to us, or we let you guys as followers give suggestions. And so I asked on Instagram yesterday, if you want to go follow us on Instagram, we're World Tanning on Instagram. And I asked everyone, what should we say when we open up? Because we said, welcome to the world, but I loved it. He was like, about it. So we asked on Instagram, and these are some of them that you guys came up with, okay? Well, someone said, keep it simple. Hi, it's great to be here. Good morning. Hello from the trail. Hello from the trenches. Hello from open heart and aching feet. That one's cute.
That sounds nice.
Living one step at a time. Living the good life from the AT. Hello from mountains older than bones. Let's see. Happy trails to you. Still walking, still talking. I like that.
We're doing
one.
a lot more walking than talking, though.
I like that one. Still walking, still talking. Rocking the AT trail. This is where we are. Oh, this is where we are. AT. This is where we are at. This is where we are at.
Oh, yeah.
We are at.
It's a cool play.
I like that one. So, what we just said, did you have a favorite?
Honestly, I kind of like them all. I feel like it'll be it's a hard decision. I feel like we should narrow it down a bit more before we actually like look at top 4 or something.
You don't want to hurt someone's feelings, do you?
No.
Okay, my favorite was still walking, still talking. This is where we are at, or this is where we are. AT. I don't know how would we put a swing on that one. And what was the one? There was one you liked over here. What was it? Hello from the trail. Hello from the trenches. Or hello with open heart and aching feet. Is that the one you said you liked?
Yeah, those two were kind of
okay.
good.
All right, we'll get back to you on it, guys. We'll run this by.
We have a lot of time to
your
think,
dad.
so we'll definitely reimagine.
We
which
have a
ones
lot
we
of
should
time to
look
think
at.
and figure this out, and maybe something else will come to us. I don't know. Something's got to come to us on the trail when we start, kind of. Excuse me, gosh, I'm getting kind of burpy today. When we say certain things, I just have to feel like it's the right vibe and not kind of contrived and pre-planned. So, we'll get back to you. So we're a family that makes decisions pretty spontaneously. And so we called Will at lunchtime and asked him which one of the opening phrases he likes. And he likes still walking, still talking from Katie on Instagram. So thank you, Katie. That is what we're gonna use. I would love to send you, we had special really cool patches, world towning patches made for the AT. And I don't have any with me right now because I've given them all away that I had on myself. But Will has a bunch. I'm going to be carrying them with me. If you see me on the trail, ask me for one. Katie, we would love to send you one. So if you email me, jessica@worldtowning.com, I will drop one in the mail to you the next time Will or one of us gets to the post office. Also, what else, guys? We could use a closing tag, a couple of sayings, maybe from watching our vlogs at this point. You say, oh, they always say this, or Jessica always does this, or Largo does this. Can you tell them going uphill again? Shout them out to us, drop them in the comments, and we will pick one of yours. It's really fun to kind of have you assess what we say a lot or what we do or whatnot. And be on this journey with us. So thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing what you creative souls come up with to be part of our journey on this amazing AT hike. So today's scratch and sniff moment is brought to you by dry, musty leaves. The smell, because it's been raining off and on for several days, is kind of making the smell of musty leaves left over from winter rise to the top. I can also smell cheese on my breath. And it was so worth it because I love cheese. So there's your smell moment for the day. If anything else pops up, I'll be sure to report back.
Today is actually a really nice day. It's about 71 degrees, but it's pretty breezy. So I can just survive with like kind of a t-shirt, and it honestly feels really good. We're on one of the only downhills that we've had this hike. But other than that, I mean, I feel stronger. I think that we've improved a lot, that's for sure.
So Largo, I just checked the elevation and we're already at 3,500. So we've gone about 2,000 elevation already, only 1,000 left to go. I didn't check how many miles we have left, but this has actually been pretty easy. You guys, I love the switchbacks. Albert Mountain was so hard. There was another one that was really hard that was straight up right after Green, I think at the Green Retreat, I think coming into the NOC maybe. And the switchbacks, I don't even notice that we've gone up 2,000. It's amazing. Do you feel it, Largo?
No, not really.
No, I mean, it's a pretty easy day, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we're just getting really strong. And I can't get enough of filming new life on the trail. I mean, look at this. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? You could just sit here and watch it all day. And then I come over here and I just heard Largo say, wow, that's beautiful. And I said, I'm coming, I'm coming. Wow, that is beautiful, Largo. Good call. Let's sleep right here. Pitch the tent. Will sent me this app called, what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but it's to identify plants. And I'm pretty sure that what I'm seeing here, and I've seen on the trail quite a bit, are fiddleheads, which I used to eat as a kid growing up. My parents would go buy them. We'd go pick them out in the wild and we'd boil them and put vinegar and salt on them. They were just delicious. So let's see if the plant identifier agrees with me. Let's see, here we go. Access my camera. Oh, this is so cool. Christmas fern. I wonder if the real name for the fiddlehead is the Christmas fern. I'm gonna look it up and report back, guys. Siri, is the Christmas fern the same as a fiddlehead? She didn't know. Okay, let's try again. What is a fiddlehead's scientific name? I don't think it's the same. Because the Sang fiddlehead scientific name is ostrich ferns, and it grows in wet areas on the northeastern North America. So we're not northeastern North America. So the Christmas fern is something different. I'm glad I didn't grab some to boil up and eat for dinner. All right, this is fun. I like this little app. There's really dramatic shadows right now, which are absolutely gorgeous and stunning. But in the midst of these shadows, there are these beautiful, small little white flowers, probably about the size of half of my fingernail, that are lining my pinky fingernail, that are lining this path. So I'm gonna try, I'm sure you can't see it from this angle. And when I try to bend down, I get all the shadows, but even just like this, it looks really cool, right? All right, let me see if I can get a close up for you guys, because they're stunning. And just imagine them lining the path. And actually the closer you get, you can kind of see that they're actually purple. Oh, it's so hard to video them, but just imagine they're all along this path. So Largo and I are about 1.7 miles from the shelter for the night, and he's filling up on water, so we'll come into the shelter with full water for when we leave in the morning. Maybe we'll drink a little bit. And then I made some peanut butter tortillas for the trip for the first day, and we're gonna snack on those and kind of have dinner along the way so that when we get into camp tonight, because it'll probably be, I don't know, an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer, we'll be pretty tired and we won't feel like making food. And that's another luxury of kind of the first day back on the trail after a 0 day. You have this food and it's kind of quick and easy to eat. And the nighttime ritual is a lot quicker, and then you get to get into bed earlier. We have arrived, and so the deal here is that you must sleep in the shelter in the Smokies unless the shelter's full, and then you can put up your tent. And since I can see like 20 tents here, I'm gonna assume the shelter's full. The other deal is that I was told that if you have a bear can, you still have to hang it in the air. So you have to put it in your backpack and then hang your backpack. And we've never done that before. So it sounds a little scary. And it looks like everyone's asleep already. So I don't want to make a spectacle of ourselves, but I am kind of nervous about this, to be honest. Every time we do something new, I'm being quiet because I think people are sleeping already. We hoisted it up there, guys. I hope it's there in the morning. Okay, ready for bed? Yep. It was much easier than we thought it was going to be. It was a matter of kind of unhooking it and then letting it down. It was a two-person job because we had 2 bear cans in that bag. And then hoisting it back up. We'll give you a better look at it, how we get it down tomorrow morning when it's light out. Everyone's in bed, so we didn't really want to talk too much. But check. Another scary thing marked off the list. Now we can do this.
It has been a very engaging and quite a long day, to be honest. We started today at Fontana Shelter, and we are now at Mollie's Ridge Shelter. It was around 12 miles, and it wasn't that bad, to be honest.
It wasn't that bad, but we're in pretty late. It's 9, I don't know what time. We got an 8, took us a while to set up. And tomorrow we're gonna start doing our 20s. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet, do our best and worst. My best was hiking in the Smokies. Like, we're in the Smoky Mountains. Like, how cool is that?
It's quite picturesque, too.
Yeah, what's your best?
I'd honestly say my best was, I don't know, I just feel like I enjoy night hiking quite a lot.
Yeah, I
Or
love hiking
after,
too.
or sunset hiking.
Sunset hiking, I like it too. That's really special. My worst was that we got in the tent tonight and Largo farted. It almost killed me. What was your worst?
I'd say my worst was kind of setting this up in the cold. But
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
little
we'll get in our sleeping bags and we'll be fine.
I think it's going to be a cold one tonight. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We don't want to wake up the whole shelter. We were the last ones to get in here tonight. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
At day 24.
Largo, no diving. No diving into the grass, which is right there. Kind of funky lighting. I could do it like this, but This is a little more fun, guys. Like I'm like lit up from behind.
And we'll be back to MREs in the next few days, which I'm not complaining about.
No, you like the MREs. It's not that I don't like them, it's just that there's a lot of preservatives in them and it kind of bothers my system, but I'll get used to it. I'm not complaining at all. I'm happy to be out here. But when we get this, we have saved this from day one hike. If you remember, the patrons that hiked with us, they gave us some goodies. None of them last past day 2, except these. We've been holding on to them. They are local, made in Athens, Georgia, and they look delicious. How do they taste?
They're amazing.
Thank you, guys. You know who you are. Thank you. Well, hello, handsome. I don't know what creature you are. Some sort of a sea creature, maybe, but very sexy. This creature.